Hello YouTube, this is my top 10 PlayStation 3 games. At number 10, we have the Sly Cooper collection. Now Sly, I played a bit of the second one on the PS2 and I liked it, and I wanted to know the full story, and so I picked up the Sly Cooper collection, platinumed all 3 games, and 100% of the minigames. Had a huge blast with it, definitely worth the purchase if you are a newer console fan. Number 9, we have PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. And yes, I did download the Vita version and got the double platinum. Now this game is a great game if you want to play with friends, when you have like a party over, and if you're not a Nintendo fan and you don't have Smash Brothers, you have All-Stars. And this is a great alternative. The characters are great, except 1 or 2. Kratos is the cheapest character of all time, along with Zeus if you know how to use him properly. And yeah, just a hell of a lot of fun, definitely worth the pickup. I think you can pick it up for like $10 new, which is not a bad thing. At number 8, we have... Sorry, I'm dropping shit. At number 8, we have Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is a great Uncharted game. I have a review for it. I have a review for all these games. Well, almost all of these games. Uncharted 2 has a great campaign. The multiplayer is alright. I'm not a big fan of the Uncharted multiplayer personally, but the Uncharted 2 multiplayer is alright. The story is amazing, except for the villain, who's kind of stereotypical Russian guy. You know, if you're a Naughty Dog fan and you haven't picked up the Uncharted games, why? Or if you just picked up a PS4 and bought the remaster Last of Us, I do suggest you use the PlayStation Now, I believe it's called, where you stream the games and just stream all 3 Uncharted games because they are fantastic. At number 7, we have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Now I have played the first, second, Brotherhood Revelations, and part of 3. I'm trying to finish it. It's okay. Now Brotherhood is probably the best Assassin's Creed game I have played thus far. I do plan on picking up Black Flag once I finish 3 on next-gen consoles. So, yeah, the multiplayer is fantastic, the story is phenomenal, and the open world aspect is great. I cannot platinum this game, unfortunately, because of the freaking multiplayer, and the multiplayer is kind of dead for Brotherhood, and I can't get up to level 50 or do some of the stupid things like take the lead 10 seconds before the end of a match. And no one on my friends list plays Assassin's Creed Brotherhood anymore, which is a shame. It's a really good game. Now, at number 6, we have Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. This is a fantastic game, fantastic JRPG, made by the best one of the best anime studios, Studio Ghibli. It's a fantastic it's a fantastic game. It's quickly climbing up to be one of my favorite JRPGs, except Persona is still at that top list. This game I have a really high standard for my favorite games. For the longest time, Jak 2 was my favorite game, until The Last of Us came out, and Persona 4. This game is quickly getting up to one of my favorite games. Once I finish it, I will decide. I absolutely love this game. If you are a fan of Studio Ghibli, or any animes in general, you will absolutely love Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Now, at number 5, we have Persona 4 Arena. Now, personally, I'm not into fighting games. This one only got my attention because I absolutely love Golden, Persona 4 Golden. Amazing game. As I mentioned before, one of my favorite games of all time. Now, Persona 4 Arena takes place 2 months after the events of Persona 4. I'm not going to say anything because it will spoil Persona 4 Golden, and if you guys have a Vita, pick it up, please. I implore you to do that. Persona 4 Arena is an amazing game, and I'm not huge in fighting games, so I can't tell you the fighting nuances that it has and doesn't have. but all I know is the multiplayer is great, the story is fantastic, I'm on my way to platinuming it. Once I finish all the true endings and the secret unlockable character, I will review this game, because it's really good. And it comes with a proper instruction manual. I was happy. Really happy. At number 4, we have Infamous 2. This is personally the best Infamous game out of the 3 that they have released. I have not played Festival of Blood yet, which I do want to, and I will download First Light when it comes out. Infamous 2, phenomenal game. Good graphics, like, really good. I really like the graphics. The story, I shouldn't really say fantastic, it's good, but the characters are what get you. The characters and the gameplay are what get you in Infamous 2, and it is a fantastic PlayStation exclusive to get into. Now, if you're new to the PlayStation and you just picked up a PlayStation 3, these top 10 lists should, I hope, help you. Yeah, so that's Infamous 2. Now, at number 3, we have Uncharted Drake's Deception. Easily the best Uncharted game. The multiplayer is still whatever. As I said before, I'm not a huge fan of the Uncharted multiplayer. But this is a fantastic game with gorgeous graphics, amazing voice acting by Nolan North and his companions. I'm not sure what their names are, I'm sorry. Storyline was really interesting, really intriguing. All around better. Everyone says Uncharted 2 is better than 3, but I have to go with Greg Miller and say this game is fantastic, the best Uncharted to date. And yes, I have played Uncharted Golden Abyss and on my way to platinuming it and should review it soon. I'm a little behind on a lot of my reviews. Now at number 2, we have the Jak and Daxter collection. I absolutely love the Jak games. I own all 3 on PS2 and beat them 100 times. That's an exaggeration, but I beat them a lot. I have all 3 on the PS3 now, and all 3 on the PlayStation Vita. I love Jak. Any HD collection they release, I will buy it. So if they release one on the PS4, it will be mine. I love Jak. This comes with Jak 1, 2, and 3. As I said before, Jak 2 is one of my favorite games. One of the hardest games I've ever played, but one of the greatest games I've ever played. If you've never played the Jak games and you play the Uncharted but you haven't played the Jak, pick up the Jak and Daxter HD collection. You will not go wrong with it. Now for the honorable mentions, I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan, but this is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This is my first Call of Duty I've owned, and I'm proud to say it was fun as hell, and I'm still trying to platinum it. I've been kind of behind on my platinuming binges, but Black Ops 2 is a great game if you have friends. If you're doing it alone, it's whatever, it's meh. The zombie mode, fantastic. The multiplayer, fantastic. Unlike Ghosts, which multiplayer is broken and terrible. The storyline for BO2 is not that good. It's okay. It's not as good as BO1, which I have played on a friend's console. This is a great game if you have friends, if you have some time to kill and you just want to play a mindless shooter. That's how I play Call of Duty. I just turn my brain off and let the explosions commence. Now, I also have Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Fantastic game for the start of Naughty Dog's next-gen career. I think it's a phenomenal game, and Uncharted 4 will be probably on my first to pre-order and pay $70 for, because in Canada, they're not the PS4 games are not $60 anymore. They're $70. And consoles are up $50, controllers up $10, PS Vita games up $5, and then cameras up $5 as well. Another one is, I don't know why I want to put more time into this game, but there's so many things consuming. I need to study for my learners, I need to rewatch Death Note again, because it's absolutely amazing. I finally just bought it. But Skyrim. I have the Legendary Edition, which comes with all the DLC, and I'm trying to platinum it. This game is a daunting game to platinum. This game can easily last you 100 hours long, and I've only played like 10. And I'm only level 10, 11, or 12. I can't remember. I haven't put this game in my console in a little while, which is a shame, because it's a really good game, well worth your time, but I bet you've all known that already. Another one of my honorable mentions list is Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, this is my first ever experience with Grand Theft Auto, except I played a bit on 4, and I wasn't wild about the story, which is personal. Some of my favorite things about gaming is the stories. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a great story-driven game. Once you finish the story, however, there's a lot of shit to do, but it's stuff I'm not really interested in. Like, I don't want to go golfing. I don't want to hang out with the 2 other main characters and, you know, watch movies and get drunk. I don't really like that kind of stuff. Now, the multiplayer, on the other hand, I got in it late. Like, I got the game 2 weeks after the multiplayer launched, so everything was good, well, and patched. So I had no issues with the multiplayer except for a couple of really funny glitches. Like, I turned invisible with my friend, and it was fantastic. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5, a great story-driven game, until you finish it, then it's just meh. But it's coming out on next gen, which I probably will not get it, because I only rebuy my favorite games. Now, my last honorable mention is the God of War saga, which comes with all 5 God of War games. There's now 6 of them, but I need to pick up Ascension soon, so the multiplayer doesn't die and I can platinum it. Now, this comes on the God of War 1, 2, 3, Chains of Olympus, which is okay, and Ghosts of Sparta. Which pisses me off about this collection is God of War 1 and 2, 1, and then here you have a downloadable voucher. I don't care if you guys see the code, for God of War for the God of War PSP games, which kind of annoys the hell out of me because they made a collection already for the PSP called Origins Collection, and I would have easily spent the extra $10 it is now to pick it up new to have all the games on disc, which is stupid if you ask me. I think they should have just added an extra layer here, but you know, manufacturing costs, I can understand why they didn't do it, but it still kind of pisses me off that I have to digitally download games. I don't like it. Now, my number 1 game on my PS3, I will eventually do an update list, because Persona 5's coming out in the next year. And I don't know, I love Persona 4 so much, we'll see how Persona 5 fares. But my number 1 game on my PS3 is The Last of Us. This is another Naughty Dog game. I've had every Naughty Dog game they've made except Crash Bandicoot on my PS3 list. Why? Because Naughty Dog is an absolutely phenomenal studio that deserves all the love they get and all the money that they earn. They get it out of pure respect from me. I respect them as a gamer studio, even though there have been some odd things going on with the Naughty Dog company, with people leaving, and halted experience things on Uncharted PS4, which I'm really excited for. Thief's End, the E3 trailer looked fantastic. The Last of Us is one of my favorite games of all time. The story, great. Characters, fantastic. Graphics, gorgeous. Can't wait for the PS4 version to see what they look like. Multiplayer, fun as all hell. It's really intense. It can be heart-pounding, scary. This is like, I don't get scared often. I can watch horror movies and just be like whatever about it. But this game scared me shitless sometimes. I'm not going to deny it. Fantastic game. Last of Us. I have a review on it. I freaking love this game so much. I bought the DLC, the season pass, the day I bought it. This game is one of the only games I've been anticipating, counting down the days to get it. And now the PS4 version is coming out. Once I platinum this, I'll pick up the PS4 version eventually, maybe when it goes down in price, so I can be proud to say I have all my favorite games on my PS4. Because I only have Watch Dogs and Infamous Second Son right now. I'm really excited to see what Last of Us looks like on next gen. Now, that is my top 10 PlayStation 3 games. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will have a top 10 Vita list games soon, once I get 2 more Vita games, because then I'll have 10. I'm not doing a top 8 because it has to be a round number or it bothers me. I think I have OCD. But yeah, as I can see, that was my top 10 PS3 list. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe.